Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. This is Anarchy with another StarCraft 2 commentary. First, I'd like to apologize for the last few videos I put up on YouTube. Well, actually, only one made it to YouTube. What happened was there were some issues with the sound. I don't know exactly what happened, but it didn't work out too well. You couldn't hear me at all, and I still to this day have no idea what happened. Unfortunately, I casted a bunch of games that day, so those are all pretty much scrap. But I think I got everything fixed, and we'll see what happens. Just check out this game here between the Red Zerg EnergyViBe, and he's going against the Blue Terran eGsSwitchUp. And this is a game that was submitted user submitted rather, so it's probably going to be pretty good. Most people don't submit the replays unless they're somewhat proud, and of course I won't tell you who submitted it because that'll kind of give you an idea of who won. So you have our Terran player opening up, opting to wall in, which is a smart move against a Zerg player. EnergyViBe sending an Overlord up to the north to scout that position, as well as sending an Overlord down to the south. And we'll see how this game plays out. Zerg versus Terran is always a fun matchup. Usually see a lot of Reactor Hellions and Blue Flame Hellions after that and drops. So we'll see if they stick to the norm or if they switch it up a little bit. We've got our spawning pool coming down at 13 and a 12. And the players are talking a little bit. Chatting, friendly conversation. Looks like EnergyViBe is calling out EGS, that he's not OGS. I'm quite sure he probably knows that. It's a different clan, he says there. And here we go with the first racks coming down. So we could see some 2 racks aggression, possibly just 1 racks into factory. He does have... No, he does not have his gas yet. We got 2 SCVs coming up front. What are we going to see here? He pulls one back. Looks like it was a mistake. Is he going to wall off with a depot? Or yep, okay. So he's going to wall off with a depot and drop second rack. So we are going to see some 2 racks pressure. The SCV's coming out to scout now. Meanwhile, the Zerg player has expanded early. And he's getting his first gas. So usually in Zerg versus Terran, you see a lot of Roach play, Roach Muta, Roach Ling Muta. It's very effective against the Terran player. Looks like he's scouted the perfect position, so he's going to have some early intel on exactly what's going on up at the Zerg base. EnergyViBe getting his drones on gas immediately, so it looks like he might either be saving up for Zergling speed or he's going to drop a Roach Warren and get... here we go, he's dropping the Roach Warren. So the Roach Warren is down at 17, and it looks like he's just going to transition into Roaches, but he is getting a second gas, so he might be going for an early layer, possibly into... oh, it looked like it was a reactor trick. Meanwhile, back at the Terran base, we have a lot of idle SCVs here, a lot of idle SCVs. There's 2 SCVs not doing anything at all. And his money is getting rather high. He's at 300. Let's see if he's going to drop a couple more barracks, or is he going to get an early command center? It looks like he might. He's got the money for it. He's taking his first gas. 3rd racks is now done. These SCVs are not rallied to work after they're done. Looks like 4 racks opening now. This SCV not really sure exactly what he wants to do. The orbital command's done. Mules are down mining. We see in the production tab the Queen is on the way for the natural of EnergyViBe, and his main Queen, the Queen in his main rather, is all ready to go. He's sitting on a lot of gas now. He's up to almost 200 gas. So is he going to go early layer, or is he going to pump a bunch of Roaches out? EnergyViBe scouting the map with that drone. Looks like he had a bad rally point. He couldn't get up in here because of the wall off, so his drone just went to scout the next position. So he's going to be a little bit late on the intel. We got our 5th barracks coming down. Meanwhile, 4 Roaches on the way. So it's going to be 5 racks versus Roach. And we'll see if he gets some spine crawlers down for some static defense. And there goes the early layer. So we might be seeing, it looks like early Muta probably. He has not sparing any creep though. He wants to get on top of that creep spread. And he's just realized what he did with his drone, so he's going to bring him right back down to try and get a scout. But with this mountain Marines here, as soon as he pokes up that ramp, it's over for him. Another depot coming down. We got the Terran player still on 1 gas, so it doesn't look like he's going to go for a factory anytime soon. He's researching concussive shells, which is kind of interesting. I probably would have went stim first, but maybe against Zerg, I probably would have went stim first. It looks like he's massing a lot of Marines. He's got some Marauders also in the mix as well. And he might be looking to push somewhat soon. He does know exactly what a Zerg player is. Now, the Zerg player smartly poked up that ramp, saw the amount of Marines, immediately responded with 2 spine crawlers, which was the excellent response. You want to react as fast as possible. Zerg is a reactionary race. Everything they do is depending on what the opponent, your enemy, is doing. We got a Spire coming down at the 720 mark. He's got a lot of larvae sitting at his base, so he might be just saving up to mass something quick, or maybe he's going to hold these until this Spire completes. It's tough to tell, but there's a push coming, and it's actually a pretty deadly push, but there's no SCVs coming to drop bunkers or anything silly. These spine crawlers with these roaches, this will actually be plenty to hold off this little Marine Marauder force. The roaches are in good position, and the Terran player should be about to poke up. Oh no, he lifting up the spine crawlers at the worst possible time, and here comes the Terran force. Spine crawlers are not in position, they're still mounting. Definitely has enough to take out these Zergs and Roaches, but once these spine crawlers finally get down, he should have enough to hold this off. Wow, that was the most unfortunate timing ever to move your spine crawlers. More Roaches pouring in, and there should be enough to clean up this small little Terran force. However, reinforcements are coming in, but it just does not look like enough. Roaches are extremely powerful against everything, and it looks like they're going to be just fine. He's still producing more roaches. The Spire is just about to finish. He's getting another spine crawler as well as getting some more drones. There's almost no production at the Terran camp. Okay, so we got 2 Marauders, 3 Marines that just got dropped down. He was not macroing at all during that attack, which is one thing you got to keep up on, especially against Zerg. If you don't keep up on your macro against Zerg, Zerg will overwhelm you before you can do anything. Another refinery coming down. This OGS or eGsSwitchUp, if you watch your replay, when you set your SCV to build a building, you can right click on the mineral patch, and then as soon as he finishes the building, he'll go back to work. You're killing yourself here. You're wasting so much. So he brought his forces back. He's still got 5 racks pumping. He should be looking to expand. At this point, he's got a ridiculous amount of money, almost 700 minerals, and almost enough for a second mule, but he's going to proc out again, I guess, one more time. The spine crawlers are now back in position, and we've got some mutas on the way. 2 mutas, another roach, another spine crawler. The Zerg player definitely at this point looks to be in control of this game. The one thing I would like to see him do more is creep spread. He's starting to move it, but with the amount of energy on these queens, he should be really using it for creep tumors. Spread this creep, at least connect your bases, and then overlord placement as well. You got a lot of overlords sitting here doing nothing. You can place them around the map in strategic positions and watch for drops, just to see, or even just to see when your opponent expands or is coming from a different angle. Looks like his Evo chamber is done, so he's got the option now to get some anti-air or some upgrades. And he's poking out a little bit with 2 Zerglings. He's going to see that Terran player's bunkering down, which generally means there's an expansion on the way. So if the Zerg player was going to push, now would be the time. Especially with these mutas, there's a huge back door, and this map is like the greatest for muta harass, because you can fly in here, do some damage, and the distance behind your base is so large that your mutas can sit here comfortably as long as there's no Vikings on the map, and just stay there the entire game and just constantly poke and prod at the mineral line. This map is terrible for that. So we got 2 more roaches on the way. We've got the command center that's almost done. He's finally getting a factory. There's another marauder on the map. Stim is almost done, and he's upgrading his weapons. The Zerg player, once he got that Evo chamber, has still not used it at all. And it looks like our Zerg player is also supply blocked. Okay, he just popped out 2 more overlords. He needs to get those overlords out. He's positioning his mutas up here, which makes me believe that he may be coming up this backdoor area here to do some damage. And he's finally getting an upgrade. So Zerg Carapace level 1 on the way. Whole bunch of roaches just popped out. Zerg player looks like he's manning up for an attack. The Terran does have a decent sized army, but there's too heavy of a marauder mix to cover with these mutas, and the mutas are coming in. Looks like they're going to go straight for the mineral line. That's a perfect spot. These Marines are way out of position. Let's see how the Terran player reacts. He's finally reacting. But there's the mutas. They just fly right off the map, and they can easily take out these few SCVs. There's not a single missile turret on the map. Zerg player, though, unfortunately, he's not keeping up with his macro. Again, he got himself supply blocked, and the Terran player is way under supply. He goes to drop a couple missile turrets. The mutas tear that up immediately, and these Marines are still nowhere to be found, doing nothing at all. Mutas coming back into the main. Finally, he forces a stim out of these Marines. You guys get those mutas out. That's plenty of Marines to deal with this. Force plus And second there, +1 will be done. Zerg player macroing up a ton more roaches. He's got 11 more roaches on the way, so he's going to be in a commanding lead. Supply is ridiculous, 113 over 46, or 48 rather. The mutas have complete map control on this side. Looks like he's going to try and get some turrets down, but the SCVs are nowhere to be found. The Marines are in good position, though, to hold the back. Mutas look like they're flocking around. If they can force one more stim out of these Marines without doing any damage, they can easily take them all out with the small amount of hit points they have. Small little hodgepodge force Marines here will be no problem for these mutas, but he needs to move them because the other Marines are almost in sight. Gets himself out of the way, and still there's just no production going on at the Zerg base. He's got almost 1,000 minerals. He's not macroing at all. I cannot stress this, guys. You got to continue to macro when you're attacking. I understand that it's tough to control your units, but you put your mutas on a hotkey, which he did, and then you control your hatcheries from the mutas. You just target S, spawn what you want. Constantly produce. If you don't, you're going to kill yourself. So he got himself in a nice little rut there, and he's paying for it with the amount of minerals he has, but he is bringing out some more roaches, and plus he has a decent sized roach force. Looks like this is going to be the ending. That there's no way in hell the Terran player is going to survive this attack, and we'll see how quick it takes him to GG. I just don't see it possible. Marauder's doing somewhat decent damage, but this amount of roaches, there's no way that the Terran player is going to be able to hold this off at all. The bunker goes down, the second bunker is about to go down. Small little force of Marines here is going to get melted away, and there we go. eGsSwitchUp just quits the game without the GG. So if there's one thing I can say about this game, guys, it's macro, macro, macro. When you finish a game with this many resources, it's just not right. Regardless if you're attacking with mutas, regardless if you're attacking with roaches, constantly go back to your base and constantly make units. And that's what hotkeys are for. You can stay focused on your army while controlling your hatcheries. You just, in his case, he has his hatchery set to 4. So hit 4S for the larva, and then whatever hotkey to make the units, and then rally them with Y. And then continue to control your army. So important as a Zerg player. So that's about it, guys. Hopefully the audio came out on this one, and I'll continue to cast some more games today. All right? I'll see you soon. Bye.